you're joining us today to talk about our stitching and other stuff. We're at the end of May, nope, end of March. Starting to skip ahead. In 2022, which is crazy how fast this year is just flying by.
I pulled out, I had baskets of whips. Like I'd kind of had a system for categorizing them, but I haven't kept up with it. And they were just all shoved in. So I sat down on the floor last night and I was pulling out all my Christmas and winter ones, all my fall, Halloween ones, and kind of putting them in separate baskets, and then kind of everyday, no theme kind of ones. And as I was sitting there looking at the Christmas one, I thought, I wonder if I should think about Mania. Maybe I'll do Christmas stuff for Mania. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mania is only a couple months away if we do it.
It's not even a couple months away.
A month away.
Right. It's a month away. I know. Like it's already time for the next WIPCO numbers to be called soon. Isn't that crazy? I was like, oh, I better keep my eyes open this week because we're going to get ready.
Oh yeah, probably tomorrow. She usually does it on the 27th.
Yeah. So.
Right. I think so. Yeah. I don't think they've been called yet unless she did it earlier.
Yeah. We're filming a little early on Saturday. Normally we shoot for Sunday, but our family's going to try to go hiking tomorrow. So
yeah,
weather has been really pretty here. Not too windy actually, which is unusual. Usually in the spring it's very windy.
Yeah.
And we have had some days of wind, but the last couple of days have been nice. The kids have been
last spring you had terrible wind.
Yeah.
I remember every day I talked to you, it was
get
windy.
Outside hardly. Yeah. And normally the afternoon can get a little breezy, but it hasn't been too bad. So I'm going to try to go for a little hike tomorrow.
Okay. We have a little sun break going on right now.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
I'm not sure how long that's going to last.
Yeah. We got our Smalls exchange. Everybody who's participating in that, we got all of our names drawn. So if you for some reason didn't get the email saying who you have,
let us know.
I'll just say that here early in the episode. But I think everybody should have gotten an email. So you should know.
I've got a terrible dilemma still.
About what you're going to do?
Well, yeah, because I mean, I know we kind of called it, Christmas/winter.
Yeah.
And I've seen some Christmas ones that I like, okay, but I think, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy stitching that very much. And given my epic fail, maybe I'm not going to do what I thought I was going to do. But then I found some wintry kind of patterns that would be able to stay out longer.
Yeah. I know. I was a little torn. I think I'm kind of going with that route. It's Christmassy enough to be out at Christmas, but it's wintry enough to stay.
I think I'm going to stick with the one I have. There's two, but there's one that I really like.
Yeah. Well, but don't tell what it is.
I'm not saying what it is.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
We have a kid today. Oh, well, we haven't even really introduced ourselves other than just, if you're new on this, we're a mom and daughter team and we live in Washington State. I'm in Central Washington, mom's in Western Washington, and we've been Flosstubing for
almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Yes.
2020.
Crazy.
It was our pandemic experiment.
Yep. And we're almost to our 100th episode, like in another couple months. It might hit around the same time as our 2-year anniversary, which would be crazy.
Might be right around that time.
Well, it would make sense because we've really done it almost every single week. And so we probably would hit 50 per year. So 100.
Yeah.
The 2-year mark. Anyway.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, actually. I mean, in some ways it does, in other ways it doesn't.
Yeah. Do you have any previous finishes or finishes?
No, I didn't bring anything in. Huh?
You don't have a finish, just to rub.
I don't have a finish. I was going to have a finish, but I don't have a finish. And I didn't bring anything in from previous.
That's the epic fail she was talking about. Is the thing she was trying to finish. Well, I have something to show you and show you. Come on, Millie. Okay. This is Millie. If you're new, this is my daughter. And she's 10 and she's an avid stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Like focused, and
she likes it a lot.
You really like to. And this is something you stitched and you weren't supposed to see it, but then she grabbed it, peeked at it, and didn't realize what it was. I was gonna give it to you on the podcast, on the YouTube, on the Flosstube. That's the But you haven't really looked at it close. here's your finish.
Oh.
Forest Friends. I'm not sure about the ribbon. You can decide if you like the ribbon. It's a little bit, I might take it out of the frame and kind of redo it on the sticky board again. I was messing around with it to try and get it really even.
Is it on sticky board?
It is, so I can just.
Cute.
All done.
Cute. That was one of the first, but she started that shortly after we started floss tubing.
Yep. And she worked on it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah. Did it take her almost a year? Didn't she finish it right around the time that we did our 1 year last year?
Does that sound right? You finished it like last spring? It's just been sitting there because I'm not very good at finishing things.
Hold it up again. I want to see it.
So she picked out the back, like the fabric. I just stitched it on to the Ada, like, just seamed it up.
Is that 2 kinds of ribbon on there?
Just one. There's this one and this one. It's the same. This one it's centered. So it's not centered. So this needs to come.
Wait. So is the floral part ribbon too?
Floral is fabric.
Oh.
Fabric she picked out.
Got it. Okay. And you sewed it to the edges. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, because the fabric wasn't big enough to fit in the 14 by 11 frame that she picked out.
Oh.
I think it wouldn't have fit very well in an 8 by 10. Well, it would have fit okay, but she wanted this frame. So
that was a tiny modernist, right?
Yeah. What is it called? Forest Friends.
Forest Friends out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine, I believe.
It might have been Woodland Friends.
Woodland Friends.
And there were 4, but she just wanted to do the 3. So
super cute. Your first big finish.
First big finish. Now it's fully finished and ready for a few months from now.
Yeah.
Fall is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can show what you're working on now. Here, I'll sit back. I'm in my comfy chair today.
Back to another tiny modernist. No, frosted pumpkin this time.
Yeah, frosted pumpkin.
Last week you were working on
the snow. I was working on the border to the.
Gotcha. To the little teddy bear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Please. You're 2/3 of the way down, basically.
Wow, you got a lot done this week. Look at that. Actually, did you show last week? Maybe that's 2 weeks worth.
No, I did show.
You did. She only had
okay.
Woman, I think.
Wow.
I had finished this square and I was working on the border.
Oh yeah,
I have that done in no time.
The border.
It was over on the white border.
Finished the border and I started.
So now you just have the M, A, and S left.
Wow, you'll have that done
And
in
then
no time.
Cute.
Just gonna have to figure out our next project.
You're such a good stitcher.
Do you know what you're gonna do next?
Your birthday's coming up. Maybe you'll get something for your birthday.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, bye. I'm gonna hold on. This over here. Wait, maybe it's not plugged in. Yep, it's not. I was gonna put my stitchy light on so that it would kind of show, like, light up when I show patterns and stuff. So, 1 second, but I just realized it's unplugged. She's such a good stitcher. I am so proud of her. She works like every night on something while we're reading Harry Potter. Daddy reads it out loud. She just pulls her cross stitch out every single night, just like me. Get some stuff done and
It's done.
a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her too. Stuck with it.
Pretty fun to see. Well, we do have a featured friend today. I think that's next. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, a couple episodes ago, we showed Amy from A Little Farm Quilts had sent in her Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 SAL. And she mentioned that she had stitched it concurrently with our friend Gail from Gail's Golden Needle. Now, Gail, I had seen Gail's at least partially finished, if not all the way finished. I'm trying to remember.
I had seen it.
I had seen her at least working on it, if not all done.
Yeah.
That she would show it on her Flosstube and stuff. But she sent in a picture of hers today for us to show. So I'm going to put that right here. SAL that she stitched along with Amy from A Little Farm Quilts. We started this on January 1st, 2021, and I finished it on January 22nd, 2022. When we started this, we barely knew each other, but we have regular Zoom stitching time early Sunday mornings, like 5 and 6 a.m. It was a great stitch. I always think of Amy when I look upon this and how our friendship grew through this project. Mine is on 16 count Storm by Picture This Plus with DMC. Oh, it's DMC. Wow. 154 and 924, 2 threads over 1. Thank you both. Thank you both for sharing these as part of your videos. Take care. I look forward to stitching with you soon.
Wow.
I didn't realize that she used DMC, but it's
Hold the picture on your phone back up again. I wouldn't have thought that either, but I love your colors, Gail.
I know, that is stunning.
You know, I was just telling Sarah that I wanted to start over my pandemic that I started that from Long Dog.
Yeah.
I had bought some Mississauga silk, and I love the colorway. I really do, but I don't like it on the fabric that I chose. I have just a very basic cream colored fabric, and it just doesn't pop enough. I think I want more dramatic. I think 2020 deserves something very dramatic.
Really, really.
And I like those colors. I'm going to have to remember those, because I never even thought about doing a couple colors. I think I've seen all kinds of pandemics done. Some are all monochromatic and some have lots of coloration in it. But yeah, I love that.
So if you ask me later, I'll remember what they were.
I'll have to go back and look at Amy's too. I can't remember what she used.
She used, here, I've got it right here. She used, oh wait, she didn't say, but she might have commented on the video.
Yeah.
Here,
well, they turned out gorgeous.
Well, maybe I'll show if it loads. It's so interesting how like different they look, just based on the different flosses they used.
I like that one too.
I know, isn't that gorgeous?
Oh wow, I do like that one. Oh
that
gosh,
one
guys.
has definitely got a variegated colorway there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might have commented. Now I'm trying to remember if she left a comment with what she used.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
thank you so much, Gail.
Yeah. And what a fun project to do together.
I know. I think that's what I love about like the Instagram / Facebook / Flosstube world, is that you make friends that you wouldn't have not forever known.
I was going to see, I'm just looking at modern folk embroideries for this year.
Yeah, I haven't looked at what they're doing this year.
Oh, I didn't. I'll have to dig deeper, but
yeah.
I think I mentioned before when we showed Amy's that the first time I ever really heard of that of modern folk embroidery was when Jan Hicks was doing the stitch along in maybe 2018 or 19. It was beautiful too.
I probably haven't seen that one.
It was beautiful.
Do they do one every single year?
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as I know, yeah, at least for the last several years. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, what have you worked on this week?
Well, I have had a pretty productive, but I didn't do a lot of different things. So Magazine Monthly, well, let me show the other things first. So I did work on this a couple of nights and I do love it. I showed the very beginning of it last week. I don't have a picture of it. You're going to have to look at it online or search the hashtag on Instagram, maybe hashtag garden.
Oh, I just saw this pop up in my feed. I bet I can find it easily.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's
Is it the Doreen Jones one? Is that what you're talking
yes,
about?
it's a Doreen Jones. She's doing it was a free stitch along that she started. I think it's 9 weeks. The last clue just dropped on Friday, yesterday. I'm on clue 1 because I didn't know about it. And when I saw it, yes, I just love it.
Shared this yesterday.
It's just
Or
beautiful.
it showed up in my feed yesterday and I thought, oh, that's what mom is stitching.
Yeah. And so that long, skinny square, that one is the 9th clue.
And is that the one you're doing first?
No, the first one I'm doing up there. Yeah. So I worked a lot on this week. And
Oh.
so last week I had just done a little bit of this border area.
Ah.
So I did those elongated
Oh,
stitches.
that's pretty.
And I did all the rest of it. And I love it. I love it on this fabric. You know what? I bought a Lugana. I just love Lugana. I love how my stitches lay on Lugana. I just love everything about it. I don't know why I do anything other than Lugana.
Yeah.
But I really, really love it. And it's hard to put down.
It's really pretty.
And so this other half of the vase is done in pinks. This is done in purples. But yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And I know Candy had messaged me about where to find the pattern. And it is kind of difficult. Doreen Jones has 2 accounts on Facebook. She has a group, which is where I actually found people talking about it. So her group is called Doreen Jones Cross Stitch Designs. And that's a chat group of her patterns. She then also has Doreen Jones Cross Stitch, and that's just her. Nobody comment. I mean, I don't think anybody comments on that. I think that's just. And she, in the photo section, leaves photos of the patterns. And like I said, I had a dickens of a time trying to get this to print on my 8.5 by 11 size paper. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but so I pieced it together. I got half on one piece, half on another, and then because there's not shaded where there's overlap, I had to look at the picture on my phone. I had to go pull it up and just count rows, which isn't that hard on a pattern like this. I mean, if I have to do that, I'll just do that for each square. So you need to go to Doreen Jones Cross Stitch. That's it on Facebook, and go to the photos, and then it's there. And it's called, I always forget the name of it.
Free Flowers and Bees SAL. I think I should maybe be able to link it in our note, in our,
if you can, that'd be great.
I'll try to do that. If it won't let me because of weird Facebook settings, then I'll at least write down, this is how you can find it.
And there was no wait time. I mean, I just follow. In fact, I think you just follow her page. You don't have to join it. You just follow it. And then the other group you join. But yeah, and I think she normally in the past has done like a free pattern every Friday. And then so for these last 9 weeks, the free pattern has been the next installment of this clue is what I think has been going on.
Yeah,
But
that sounds right.
her designs are so whimsical, and I love her colors, and I don't like spring. So this really made me like spring a little bit more this year because I love the feeling I get working on that. So I worked on that. I worked on my magazine monthly, no, my calendar piece, which is the Historical Sampler Company. I've shown it multiple times. I'm working on these sheets.
They're so cute.
There we go. And I basically worked on the bottom sheet. I had already finished the top sheet, I think.
Oh.
And there's 2 more over here. And I've changed the colors of their little jackets or their little coats or whatever you have on them. I don't have much more. This is not a hard month. I just basically have the word March.
And then the other 2.
2 more little sheep, and then the border around. And then there's the outside border that I try to keep up with that has the words.
Which
So
isn't too hard either.
It's not hard. It's really not a very complicated pattern. So I'll get this done before the end of the month. I think that's the last. I'm Gloria again. Come on, focus. I think it's the last.
Didn't talk to the hand.
Sorry, but my camera's being really weird today. I think it's the last thing I have to do on my magazine monthly March challenge, and then I'll be done.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I worked on is a sad, sad, sad tale.
The epic fail.
Magazine Monthly also had a pop-up challenge, a pop-up event for the last week called Spring Forward. And so you pick your whip that you were the most closest to finishing or whatever, and you worked 500 stitches or 5 hours on it. So I picked my Biscornu from our stitch along earlier this year, and I got it all stitched.
I mean, it's so cute.
But when I stitched it together today, I have extra stitches right here that do not match up. So I clearly have missed stitches along the way here when I was, because you match up stitch for stitch. And I told Sarah, I'm gonna have to rip it out, which just really warms the cockles of my heart, and start over again. And I'm gonna pick a sharper needle because I did not listen to Tiny Modernist. And she said, use a sewing needle, not a cross stitch needle, but I was too lazy to get up and get a sewing needle. So it was kind of hard to find some of my threads. And so I probably very easily missed maybe, I'm trying to think how many, there's probably 8 stitches.
If it was like 3, I would be like, maybe you could just kind of fudge them.
I can't fudge it.
If it's
no.
8, you probably can't do that.
No.
Boo.
So anyway, I was going to have a finish.
It's going to be so cute though.
It is a cute one. I do love it. And the color of the fabric's not showing up, but there it is a little bit. It's kind of a blue gray.
I like the added green.
Yeah, I just made up my own little pattern for those, my own little
star.
Yeah, and see, like those are supposed to, yeah, I think I don't know where I made the mistake. Just kind of looking at it. But yeah, I just kind of scattered them around kind of in the same area where they were on the pattern, but I didn't do her. She called them
Did your corners line up each time with where they should be?
I thought they did, but now I'm thinking maybe they weren't. She uses a diamond eyelet stitch, and I didn't have the patience on this fabric. I don't know why. They just weren't turning out very nice. It was a lot of stitches for a 32 count to make that eyelet. So I just made my own up, and yeah, I like it. I mean, it looks nice on there, but yeah. Anyway, I'm close, guys. I'm oh so close.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all I worked on. I don't think I worked on my Vivaldi 4 Seasons piece. I didn't work on
Oh, I just remembered something else I worked on.
My Whipco, I think, is done. Actually, I think I need to do 1 more hour on my year at Hawk Run Hollow for my Whipco goal.
Okay.
I didn't bring my other planner in, so I can't remember what else. I think that was it, though. I think I met all my other goals, which is good.
I have 1 more goal I need to make, but I did work on just a few things too. I'm trying to think why though. I don't really know why I didn't touch a lot of things. I don't really know.
Are you knitting more?
No, I don't know. I did work on, I guess I should show the pattern. I worked on I Forget the Rest from Lindy Stitches. And I'm working on this wing here. That's the wing. Let me see here. Make this show up nice. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So those are
you're getting a big shadow
right here.
Yeah.
I know it's because I have my stitching line on because I'm not right by the window.
Yeah.
There's that. Is it better?
Yeah.
There. Maybe that's kind of dumb to do, but I felt like my colors were really off whenever I was showing stuff with Millie. So I got a good amount done on that. And so that was one of my goals on Magazine Monthly, and that got done. Check, check.
Check, check.
I've been working on my shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I'm working on this square with the Mondo house, Mondo White House.
Yeah, mermaid at the bottom slays me. Like, is she dead?
That's what I always think too. That's the one with the dead mermaid. she alive down there?
She looks a little pale.
So let's see.
I know. I have to say, that really good progress. I have questioned
white in there. It's just hard to see.
Yeah, whether I was going to like my year at Hawk Run Hollow on my fabric and with DMCs, because it's so different looking than the cover piece.
Yeah.
And it calls for silks, which I don't know. Some people maybe use silks, but I can't imagine affording that much silk, especially when I look at that one square of mine and it's all black background. And I think somebody said it took 2 skeins of 310 to do that. So anyway, somebody posted on one of the groups on Facebook, their finished year at Hawk Run Hollow, all done in DMCs. And I really liked it. I thought, okay, when it pulls together, I might not be a big fan of square one so much, but I feel like when it all pulls together, I'm going to like it because I really liked how hers turned out. So yeah. Sometimes, you just have to remember, you can't just always trust the cover picture. But yeah, you got good progress. I don't think did you have that house even started before?
Yeah, I had like one of the sides of windows and some of the white done. So, before this month? Yeah, before this month, actually, I think I just had some of the roof done. So all the white is new this month. All the windows are new this month, I think.
You'll knock that out if you keep that progress up.
I know. And it was my WIPGO goal as well. So it was kind of double motivated to get that done.
Yeah.
I worked a little bit on my little Easter bunny. He is so cute.
Oh,
slow and steady wins the race with patio hair.
Patio hair.
This fabric is so interesting. It's what came in the kit.
Very stiff, isn't it? Is it a stiff
really
linen?
Stiff, and it's really open weave.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Those little guys are
right through it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing his face, obviously.
They're bigger than they look.
I think so. I know. Look at how big it is compared to my head.
I know.
I mean, it's going to be as big as my head. It's cute though. It is cute. And it's once I got the outline done, that's fairly easy stitching.
Yeah.
Like
right.
Just back and forth, back and forth.
Hello.
Who's there?
My dad, your dad.
The postman.
Postman just walked on in.
The milkman.
Makes himself at home. I don't know what makes him think he can do that.
Their dreamboat is home.
Hi, dreamboat.
Bye, mailman.
The last thing I worked on was my shine the light again here. My friends, my Barbara Bourgeau Richards friends. Guess what I spent most of the week doing?
Did you rip out the girl?
I ripped out the pink at least because I was curious. I think I might rip out the cream as well and leave the blues.
Yeah, I think she needs bolder colors.
I don't know what color to do instead of those 2 colors.
Bright yellow.
I was kind of toying with one of the yellows from the sun.
Oh, yeah, a bright yellow. Is it like 2 colors in her dress?
Yeah, there's it's like she's wearing like a dress with maybe a long apron or pinafore over it. And so the pinafore is the cream and the pink that was down here, and her arm was pink and some of the back.
I would do
yellow
with maybe a B5200.
This is a baby blanket, I think, the blue. Yellow with what?
Maybe a bright white pinafore.
Yeah.
Or you could do a different color blue pinafore over yellow. Blue and yellow go good together.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it. The other color I was thinking about was red.
Yeah. That'd be kind of pretty.
The barn red.
Mhm.
And I do have like a variegated. I would not do the red and yellow. I would do red with white or yellow with white. Actually, I hadn't thought about doing like a bright white.
Yeah. I
I'm
like
gonna
that
do
option.
the other girl's dress in 115 is what I wrote down. I think maybe that's the red. I think maybe I'm doing the other girl. I was gonna do her in red,
Oh, okay.
but maybe I'll do this girl in red. Yeah, maybe I'll do this girl in yellow and white and the other girl in red.
Yeah.
She's got little French knots all over. So maybe I'll do blue French knots all over.
Yeah.
Stripes.
Yeah. I think it just, the style just wasn't matching.
Yeah, I know. I just wasn't. Yeah, I actually like it better now, just even ripping it out. Like just
Yeah.
having
And
that color
I know you
gone.
made the right choice.
Yeah, so I did a lot of that the last couple days. And the only other thing I have left for my magazine monthly goals, I did all furry and all friends. I didn't even decorate this month, but there it is. The only thing I have left is my Victoria sampler for no materials list. That's the N. And I just have another hour to do on that. And then I have those goals done. And my WIPCO goals, I think, are done this month as well. So
Yay.
what I'm going to do the next few days, pick on whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
The other thing I did do, it's not really a whip yet because I haven't officially started it, but I started to gather all the flosses to start my spring. And I did order fabric for this. Oh, I love this so much. I'm not doing it tiny like my shorts. I'm going to do it on a 32 count.
Sarah will be starting this next year on Carolyn's birthday because her fabric is coming from Lithuania.
I didn't realize. I decided I didn't want to mess around with 1, 2, 3 stitch. I felt like their large pieces of fabric are super expensive, like $70 or something for the size I need. And I just can't put that money out right now. My husband is a student, so there's no money for that. So I went over to Etsy and like was searching for fabric and found a website that was really well reviewed actually. And all the people who commented on the shipping from the US were like, this came faster than some of my orders from inside the US. Like, I think it's already shipped. So I don't know.
What kind of fabric
I
did you
didn't
order?
realize it was coming from Lithuania till after I placed the order. And then it said like something about
Yeah.
from Lithuania. I was like, oh shoot. I decided to do, it's on a Murano. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
It's on a
So you can read-
Murano.
Uh-huh.
Let me find it. I bought it from Yarn Stories, which is apparently in Lithuania. And I got 32 count Murano even weave. And I believe I got kind of like a rosy pinkish color. Let me see.
Oh.
I got 504. Let me see. Oops, wait, come back. I think I got this. I think I got this middle violet, like it's a dark violet kind of color.
Oh, that'd be pretty.
I think I will like that. I wanted it to be dark enough that any light colors kind of pop on it, but light enough that I don't dread working on it.
Yeah.
So that's on its way. And I was going to try to start it on Carolyn's birthday in honor of her because she sent me this pattern just as a pass the stash, which I'm so excited about because this is one of my very favorite Bible passages, the Song of Solomon's. It's from Song of Solomon 2. And I just love it. It's about the winter is over and gone. The spring is here. The time of singing has come. And the reason I love that is because it's like a looking towards what Jesus is doing when he comes back.
Yeah.
Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. So I love that passage. I love everything on this. I can't wait to start it. Now I wish my fabric wasn't coming from Lithuania. But I'll start it when I start it.
Well, it might come really fast. I just don't know what's happening with international shipping right now.
I don't know. And it's not really a rush to start it. Now I just want to because I ordered it.
I have started when I go on to Etsy, I look to see where the shops are from because
I know I should have thought to do that. Usually
I just have always, because I've gotten caught a couple times where I thought, but I usually catch it before because if I'm in a hurry for it, I'm not gonna.
I know. I don't know why I didn't think to check. I just wasn't.
Oh well.
Thinking about it.
It's not like you don't have anything else to work on.
I know. I have so much else that I could be doing right now. things
Yeah.
that I want to start and things. I forgot to pull over my stocking, the Rosewood Manor, but I did work on that just a little bit. There's a back stitched tree.
Uh-huh.
I just need to finish up, and then a little tiny tree, and then all the green stitching is done on that.
Wow.
It's really close, but I'll just finish it this week probably and pull it over.
Yeah.
So that's what I worked on. Woohoo.
I might borrow those patterns from you when you're done.
Yeah, you can.
I think it'd be, even though Dad grumbles about doing stockings every year. I mean, he doesn't really anymore, but I don't know. I just like it. You know, even if we scale it back and just do very minimal things in it, it's just nice to have them.
Are you looking for hot dogs? Are you looking for hot dogs? Okay. But Millie, okay. Did Millie find them? We're having our first bonfire of the year. Jesse was burning all these.
I think your dad's outside turning on the outside faucets for the first time since winter.
Spring is here. It's not winter anymore. Okay, let's talk about that later. Well, okay, do you have any haul this week?
I do have
Let's talk a
haul.
little bit about that haul.
Yeah, I do have all. And by the way, I mailed off I mailed off 5 giveaways the other day. And I know Emily Call got hers because she messaged me on Instagram. I haven't messaged her back yet, but she said, I was having a really rough day or a rough week, and this just came at the perfect time. So I thought, oh, that's sweet. So same thing happened for me. I was having kind of a, well, I'll show that later. I was having kind of a cruddy day, and I knew that my Garon Stitchery market haul was coming, but I couldn't tell. It was like delayed, and then it didn't update again. So I'll show that in a minute. But on the same day that I got that, I also got my Stitch Quarterly bag of goodies from that quarter shop, which I totally had forgotten about. And so it's a cute little springy bag with little flowers on it.
Is it mesh?
It's all springy, yeah. So this is what's
it
inside.
mesh? Like a
Yeah, it's mesh. And so the pattern inside is called Tea Time, THYME. And that is the pattern that you get.
That's cute.
It's cute. You get it's pretty inclusive. You get a piece of fabric, which is a mushroom 28 count Lagana.
Isn't that the one you were looking for?
What?
For your Quakers? Mushroom?
No, I'm looking for truffle.
Oh, truffle. Oh, yeah.
Which was my camera again.
That's all right. Just show something and then it'll refocus on you.
It came with a needle and a really cute little needle minder.
Oh, that's cute.
It came with some scissors.
Oh.
It came with some lotion called Vanilla Ice Cream. And it came with a floss.
Fun.
DMCs, but pretty colors. Very
For the pattern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. I just, like I said, you never know what you're going to get. And then it came a cruddy day. Well, it wasn't a terrible day. It was just, I don't know. Just work is just work.
Yeah.
So that was part of my haul. And then also, I did not show this last week. It had come last week. I think I forgot to show it. Was my bird of the month, my bird crush.
Oh, yeah.
From Lindy Stitches.
Yeah.
And the bird this month for March was broad-billed hummingbird. Did I ever show that?
I think you did. Either you showed me or you showed it.
Oh, maybe I did
feel
show
like
it.
I've seen it.
I must have already shown it. I
Oh,
did. I remember showing the fabric. I mean, the thread. But
Yeah.
I did order a while ago the fabric for that one. And it's a 32 count sea spray linen by Seraphim Fabric. But apparently they're going to stop making this sea spray.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry. You're right. I did show that. I hadn't put it away. So I thought maybe I hadn't shown it. And then the other thing that I had picked up last week and didn't show, I don't think, was the Just Cross Stitch Spring magazine.
Yeah, you didn't.
Did I not show that?
No, your camera is being crazy today, Mom.
I know.
What its problem is.
Dad might have to look at it.
That's all right.
There was something in here that I thought was really cute. Now I can't remember what it was. Okay, if I hold that up, will it focus?
Yeah, it focuses on that. There you go. Yep.
I think it's when I move fast that it doesn't want to catch up. Like there's a delay.
This is you.
I should have put a sticky note. What was it? Well, there's this hydrangea piece
I know that's
that I will never stitch, but it's beautiful. But that would,
so pretty.
maybe it was this piece that I really liked. So like a little watering can.
Oh, that's cute.
I feel like there was something else smaller even. Sorry, guys, I should have been more prepared, but I was too busy failing at doing my Biscornu today. What are you doing with you're bouncing around?
Bouncing around. Trying to, well, I'm sorry. We're having just technical difficulties with lighting. My
Oh, well.
arm is lit up here, so then it washes out the rest of the.
It looks fine on my end. Anyway, so that was part of my haul. And then the last thing was my Nashville Market goodies.
Yeah, it came. I
And
don't think you showed me.
I did not show you. So I bought this. I can blame Carolyn Zook on this. So apparently Erica Michaels did a Stitcher's sampler book. And so, and I don't know the story behind this. I don't know. I think there's a pattern for every letter of the alphabet. And I don't know. It's like she re-envisioned or redesigned this and put it like the directions together in one spot. But the actual patterns for each letter, you have to go online and print out. But this gives you an idea. So I think each page has a specialty stitch on it.
Oh, that's really pretty.
And then she gives the directions for assembling this book.
That's cute.
Focus.
Sampler book.
Come on.
Reminds me of this stage that Rosie went through where she would do this.
Really? Oh, I kind of remember that. Well, that was one thing. The other, then I ordered, this was a exclusive to market. I don't think it's, I don't know, they might eventually re-release it, but I really liked it, even though I really don't like stitching houses. It's a Plum Street sampler, and it's called This Is the Day.
Oh yeah, I couldn't remember you maybe telling me you were buying that one. Sorry, that's
I love it.
I like that verse and song.
Uh-huh. There we go.
There you go.
So I went ahead and bit the bullet on that one.
That's a cute one. I like the
Yeah.
colors in that one.
Right. And then I
Sometimes
ordered,
Plum Street is a little bit more muted. than
yeah, that was pretty bright. And then I ordered another Rosewood Manor. This was the one I really, well, that one and this one I really, really wanted. It's Lavender Cottage Sampler.
that. Oh yeah.
Sorry for the crinkle. And I really love this one. And I think part of it is the muted colors, but it's also the way they play on the fabric they chose.
Yeah.
I think it's oaken. Picture this plus oaken.
That's
And I don't know. It's just kind of whimsical
mm-hmm.
and kind of,
It's pretty.
I fell in
That
love with
lace
it.
looks like a hard stitch. Is it all checkered?
It's
Like-
checkered. It's two colors of checker.
I guess that's not that hard once you get it.
Two isn't bad. That house is kind of a brickwork house too on this one. That's going to be something.
Yeah.
That looks like it's more than two colors too.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the whining about that. And then I think when I've ordered, I want to say I ordered my summer Quaker from Garon, and they sent I think it was them, sent along an extra Rosewood Manor pattern as a thank you. So this came. The language of the garden flowers.
Oh, that's pretty.
And the verse is quite long. Sometimes out in the garden, I'm sure the flowers talk. I think I almost hear them when I am on the walk. The box grows all around them and smells so hot and sweet. Those by the wall are tallest, with small ones at
Their feet, maybe.
their feet. Yeah, the pansies and pink daisies and some that I don't know can whisper lots of secrets because they are so low. The foxglove tries to hear them. At least he bends his head as if he meant to listen to every word they said.
Oh.
But it's beautiful little pansies up here. And I don't know if I'm going to keep it and stitch it, or if I will give it away to you or give it away as a giveaway. We'll have to talk about it. I don't know if you would want it or not, but kind of like it. And then I'm really not a big gardener, so.
That's true. You're not.
Because it involves going outside.
I have a little bit of fall this week too.
Okay.
Well, I've decided to jump on the bandwagon and buy from Stitchy Princess
Oh,
this one because I decided I want to stitch it for the girls' room because they're kind of doing a boho theme and the colors will just be perfect in there.
yeah.
And then I bought, I don't think really they're on. I decided to buy this and kind of kit it up for her birthday because I think she's going to finish that Christmas one.
Yeah.
Her birthday is in a few weeks. It's in about a month from now.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to have that Christmas one finished pretty soon. And I think it would be fun to have that one ready to go if she wants to stitch that. So I bought both of those today.
Yeah. That is a cute one.
Yeah.
I have in my cart the other sunflower girl she did. That's just the sunflower girl and a few things around her. Because I think I own that sunflower one. I'm pretty sure it's in my box of patterns. I printed it a long time ago before any of this happened. So yeah,
you were already.
And if you don't, we're talking about the designer Stitchy Princess Black. Her name's Katerina, and she is in a city in Ukraine. I don't know. I think they're occupied. I'm not sure, but she posted the other day. So people have been doing a stitch along with her patterns or any Ukrainian designer pattern to show support. And she posted on Instagram the other day that people were asking why she didn't flee. And she said, first of all, men cannot leave. And I was not going to leave my husband and my I think it's just her and her husband and her grandmother maybe. But then she said the sweetest thing. She said, we got married and we said we would be together for the good times, we'd be together for the worst times. And these are the worst times. And I wasn't going to leave him. I can't even imagine. So, but it seemed like things were a little calmed down where she was. So that's good. Like they were able to get out and get food.
She said today, this is what prompted me to just go buy one. Finally, I've been on I wanted to, but I wasn't.
Update today again?
She had a post today that says a battle is expected by night. So please pray.
Doggone it.
Anyone who wants to join my SAL or stitch one of my designs, I will be very happy. A little joy in these scary times. And then there's a link in her bio. So we've talked about her before. This is Stitchy Black. This is the picture she posted. This is her frog. I forget what it's called.
Swamp, a friendly swamp or something.
I can't remember now. It's a newer release, I think. And it was right towards the front.
Yeah.
Thing. And it said something about a frog in the title of it.
Okay.
I'm going to find it now because I'm annoyed that I can't. I was literally just looking at it thinking, is that one I would stitch? I think I'm going to stitch the fairies. And then I loved her, this mushroom.
Yes.
Cool one too, but it was a little bigger than.
Yeah. She just has very, a lot of folk motifs, I guess Slavic or.
Here's the other picture, woodland frog primitive.
Yeah.
So cute with like those.
I love those dragonflies. Dragonflies are on the other one you bought that I'm stitching too.
I know, so pretty. So if you're still looking for somebody to support and you haven't already, it would be a great one.
She said it was hard to get medications there.
Yeah, I think I was seeing that too. I think that Luda, cross stitch with Luda, went back into Ukraine.
I got that impression too. It looked like she was in Kyiv because I messaged her on her stories. I said, "Are you back?" Because at first I wasn't sure if it was old footage or.
Oh, it took her like 52 hours to get from Berlin to Kyiv, I think.
Does she say that?
She has some stuff on her stories, on her private.
Oh, she must have updated since I last looked at it because I hadn't seen anything. Yeah, there's a Russian guy, YouTuber that I've been watching. I watched him before the war because he just kind of would do daily, not daily, but he would just do like walking around Moscow talking about different things. I mean, and so he was kind of interesting, kind of fun to watch. And he actually had lived in America a long time ago. He's in his 40s now. And he lived in America when he was just out of high school, and actually had quite a life here. Had a wife and 1 or 2 kids. I thought just a daughter, but I think he had a daughter and a son. And then at some point he came at a crossroads to what he was going to do for a job here in America.
Sorry.
Okay. And he wasn't sure what he was going to do. And so then all of a sudden he felt this pull that he needed to go back to Russia. And this was back in, back during the time when Russia was open and things were, looking hopeful. And he got offered this gravy job, right? And so he went, and his wife went. Now, eventually they must have gotten a divorce because she's back here in the States and he's remarried. And he has, I think, 2 stepdaughters, and then he and his new wife have a 5-year-old son. And so he's been broadcasting from Moscow every day. It's midnight his time, and he does a live chat on just to tell the world what Russia is being told. And he says all the time, don't tell me anything that's going on from your point of view. I can't, because he'll get in trouble. So anyway, last night, he posted he wasn't doing a live stream, which was the first time since the war broke out that he hadn't. Well, then the next thing was a picture of him in Uzbekistan. And so everybody was worried that maybe he was in trouble, because I saw something a while ago on one of his older videos that he had been notified that they were watching him, because they look for keywords and stuff. So he did clarify today that he is in Uzbekistan because he's there for business. He works in the power sector. And so they're trying to keep their company afloat. He's done business there before, like 10 years ago. And Uzbekistan is, I think, booming. Well, it was booming already, I think, before the Russian migration. He said, there are so many Russians here in this town that I'm at. And the problem is it's driving up the price of everything for the locals, who, of course, their wages are probably very, very low. But anyway, everybody was worried that maybe he had been, but his family is still in Moscow. And I don't think he would have left them if he thought that they were unsafe. He said, I'm not here because I'm fleeing. I'm here for work. But he said, it is nice to have the ability to take a deep breath and breathe. And the atmosphere is very different. And, it's very interesting when you watch his videos when he's out in public, and not so much right now because he's not going out and filming, because you can get arrested just for filming things now. But even before that, when he would be out and about, before the war, people, they don't want to be filmed. They don't want to, they are very suspicious of any. And I feel like that's the suspiciousness and this paranoia is still left over from those Soviet years. And now I feel like they're just locking them back down again. And I can't imagine living in that environment where you have to worry about every little thing you do or say. So anyway, hopefully he'll get back in when he needs to go back, and he won't,
Yeah.
But again, they're trying to get contracts to keep their company going. Yeah, it's something. I never ever thought I would see this again in my lifetime. I never did.
Yeah.
I just can't even. So we're thinking of you, Stitchy Princess, even though you probably don't watch us and probably can't watch us right now, but and all of the designers that are there. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of Ukrainian designers and Russian, although I didn't really order. I feel like even before the war, I was always kind of found the Ukrainian designers that I was ordering from on Etsy.
Yeah.
Not so much the, there's a real different style. A lot of the Ukrainian ones have very distinct styles, and like she's very distinctive, Katerina, because she's more of that folklore look. Some of them are more of the cutesy little animals with stitching. In Russia, I feel like they do a lot of scenery and maybe animals and stuff, but lots and lots of backstitching on their patterns. Dragons, you know, Anastasia has done a lot of dragons from Russian designers. So yeah, world just keeps spinning.
Yep.
Respect
We're just trucking away, but yeah, we are.
What kind of fabric are you going to do that on? You're going to get a special fabric for it?
I
That little ballerina girl?
I haven't thought that far in advance. I just
You
bought
just
it.
bought it today?
I just bought it today, this afternoon, like a little bit before we started filming.
Yeah. It's pretty small. It won't take you long to stitch it.
Yeah, I
It's
might
just-
have something tucked away already that I could use, like, but I haven't even looked at the pattern.
Yeah. It's just those little snowflakey motifs take a while just because they're so
Mhm.
yeah,
Fiddly.
fiddly, like my Biscornu.
Like your Biscornu. What are your plans this week other than finishing that
It's my Biscornu.
Fix your Biscornu.
It's my Biscornu. Well, I'm going to buy the pattern for my smalls exchange.
You need to do that still.
I bought fabric the other day that I was hoping would maybe work for it. I'll have to pull the floss and see if I'm going to like it on there. I think it's all DMC. What else? I'm going to, well, wait for my WIPCO numbers to be called.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish my calendar March piece, square.
Gosh, yeah.
And I don't know. I guess I should spin my wheel.
Yeah, I have been doing that, which is why I counted out all that stitching this week.
Well, oh, you know what? I am behind on something for my magazine monthly. It's that Autumn Squirrel, which actually just came up as one of my picks.
Oh.
So that was that one from Barbara Anna that I started
Oh, that one.
with the dress on. I better write this down or I'll forget. So I guess I'm working on Autumn Squirrel.
Well, I'm gonna work. I'll probably get as many clues done as I can on the Victoria samplers stitch along that I'm doing. I'm way behind, and I pretty much can do a clue a night most of the time. So I might use the next several days to
You caught it.
get as caught up as I can on that. And I want to finish the stitching on the stocking at least. And
Yeah,
That's-
so close on that.
yeah, those are the main things that I know I want to do. Other than that, I might just enjoy stitching on whatever I
Well,
want.
I'm going to have a very monogamous.
Monogamous.
Yeah, I'm drawing right now and spinning right now, which is good because it's things I need to get done.
Monogamous-y week.
Year, okay. What day is the last day in March?
March ends on
Thursday, okay.
31st.
Okay, year
Easy.
ad hoc run. I think I only have 1 hour left to do, so I can do that on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm spinning. Let's see. Spin. Well, I'm going to work on this before that, so I'm not going to do that one. It was my R year calendar. Joyful World Border.
Ooh.
What? That was an evil laugh.
I know how much you enjoy working on that one.
Well, now that I kind of know what I'm doing, although now I kind of forget what you told me. I'll have to go back and, oh, I didn't have all the pattern pieces.
You didn't have all the pattern printed out.
Yeah, that does make a difference.
It makes it a little harder to stitch when you're missing chunks of the pattern.
Yeah, our year.
We watched Hidden Figures with the girls last night for our
Oh,
movie night. It was so good. I forgot
good
what that movie is. And I was thinking about it when I said that the pattern was hidden, because I don't know if you remember it. If you haven't seen the movie, it's mainly about 3 women, African-American women, who worked at NASA. It's a true story, or at least based heavily on a true story, of these 3 real women who worked at NASA. As they started off as computing,
brilliant women.
Mod and IBM, and but one of the gals is pulled up into the mission as a computer, checking the calculations for John Glenn's first,
Mhm.
or like the first shoot up into space to get
First shoot up.
the first shoot up into space.
It's called a launch. First launch.
His first trip around the earth. Anyways, so, but she is African American, and this is in the 60s, so she's experienced a lot of resistance and racism, and the movie really, I think, shows the suffering. But I really appreciate that they do it in a way that is understandable. I mean, not understandable, like, I don't mean that it makes sense, because racism doesn't make sense, but that kids can understand, like, this is what it's like. This is still what it's like for some people. And, here's how it's different, but here's how it's the same. And just, I feel like my girls have had exposure to those ideas, and we've talked about them before, but Liddy, like, hi, Dad.
What are you doing?
Couldn't have just kept talking.
Well, you're right there in the screen in your dirty shirt.
Plain shirt, by the way. And it's a Carhartt.
Here, I'm blocking you. I'm trying.
Liddy,
There you go.
Liddy loved it. Like she has asked already,
don't like
are we gonna watch it again? Hi, Dad. Have you stitched anything this week? No? He just walks away.
Do I have something to show?
Other than your shirt?
Other than your
You
presence.
don't want to see what I got to show.
What?
Now I'm concerned.
Take that however you
Yeah,
want.
you're gonna have to edit that out. Sounds a little risque.
Let's stay it in. Anyways,
Well, Liddy wants to watch it again.
she's already like asked when can we watch that again? She just loved it. I think she loved watching them overcome some of the adversity and get some of the recognition that they did deserve eventually. And
Yeah.
but there's a part where she's like one of the gal in the room working on Glenn's launch is she's expected to check over these calculations, but she doesn't have the clearance, so all of it's redacted. So she's like, I can't do this.
I remember that. I do
That's-
remember that.
That's like you trying to stitch on your joyful world.
Yes.
That's the long way of saying.
It's a long way of saying it. Here's my plan. Autumn Squirrel, tonight or tomorrow. Flower Fairy.
Yeah.
Autumn Squirrel again, if I don't get my hours in. I don't remember how many hours on Monday. Flower Fairy on Tuesday. Hawk Run Hollow a year, 1 hour on Wednesday. Joyful World Border on Thursday. Ring Around the Rose Tree on Friday.
Oh.
And then our year, my calendar piece on Saturday, but it probably will start that before that. It's the April piece. And I think it's got like a little umbrella blowing away, I think. And well, I know my Hawk Run Hollow has the April square that I'm not anywhere near because I'm on January still, has umbrella going up in the air and raindrops coming down. So I love that because that's exactly what April is like here. Windy and showers that blow through and then are gone and then they're back. And we use umbrellas here, which is silly because they just blow around.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we do have
plans.
we do have a giveaway. Oh, did I talk about my plans? Yes, I did. We have a giveaway from last week.
Which was an Artful Offerings. And it's called A New Day Has Come. And it's this adorable.
It is so cute. So the winner of A New Day Has Come is Kendra from Kendra Makes. You can go watch her YouTube channel if you want. And congratulations, Kendra.
Congratulations.
I love that one.
She's very active on Instagram on her stories too.
Mhm.
She's having a baby soon. I think it's baby number 4. So she knits, she spins, she cross stitches, she does it all.
I know.
And she lives in
She in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan, maybe?
She's
Up
way
where-
up north. It's very cold and snowy.
Mountains of snow still, like mountains of snow. So
Maybe
that-
she's a little cheery spring piece.
yeah, I know. I thought it was kind of fitting that she's getting the little robins and their little nest. Anyway, congratulations, Kendra. I hope it won't be a month before I get it out.
And then you said
I have one little giveaway. I think somebody passed this to us in one of our very first year, or maybe our first year of stitching, and it's a design called Puss by Serendipity Designs, Carolyn Meacham. It's just a small little pattern, and it's a kitty cat in geraniums, I think.
So have like a brick background and a little.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to give that away with the word cat if you want that pattern.
Yeah. Put the
And
word somewhere.
there's still only, like 4 to 7 people each week entering. So you have a pretty good chance of entering.
Chance of getting a little pattern. Yeah, that's the giveaway. I did not make it to my store this week because that was my other project that I did. Sarah's heard about this multiple times, but I think I talked last week or the week before about cleaning out kind of in a pantry area in my laundry room. That was a disaster. And I have another pantry that's got most of the canned goods and stuff that we use more regularly off of my dining room on the other side of that wall.
Can
And
you
it's just
hear that?
Huh?
Can you hear that siren-y sound? Is it coming through? Okay,
No.
good. Well, the girls found a megaphone that we had inherited from somebody, and it has like a woo 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 that
Oh.
they keep playing, and I'm like, well, I hope that's not
I don't hear it.
really annoying.
Oh, no.
They're outside,
Anyway.
so hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah. But my closet is very narrow and very deep. And so it's really hard to see in when
It is really deep.
it's not, there's no way to really organize
Instead
it.
of, like pull out.
Yeah. And the shelf on the bottom, I can't get on my hands and knees to get, anyway, it's just been bad. I've just, I already would buy a lot of food before the pandemic because I had a lot of people living here in and out. And then, just kept buying, and I am so bad about rotating stuff out because it's in the very back of the cupboard. And when I get new stuff, I just put it in the front because I don't have time to dink around, reaching way in there and trying to move cans around. And I just am lazy about it, and I don't do it. And then I realized also that my cooking is totally different now than it used to be, because at least 2, oftentimes 3 meals a week, I'm ordering HelloFresh. So I'm only needing to buy, fresh stuff and some canned goods. Like it doesn't come with everything you need. Like if I want to have a side vegetable or a fruit or, something, I still have to buy groceries, but I don't need as much. And there was a gal on a Facebook group for our neighborhood that had asked if anybody could share some food because her government food card doesn't refill until the 1st, and she has a couple little kids, and I found out later that she just lost her stepdad. And so anyway, people had said, yeah. And somebody else had commented, well, you could go down to this pantry closet. They've got lots of food. And I thought, yeah. And I know how hard that is to do sometimes, And so I thought, I've got food. I can give this woman some food. And so I started pulling out some stuff. I thought I better check due dates on some of these cans. And as I did that and went further in, and I just thought, okay, just clean this out. I cleaned out so much food. I think I gave her way more than she was expecting, but I thought I'm just going to give this to her. I don't need it. But I got rid of I had so much pasta that had expired in 2020. And yes, it probably still would have been good, but you know how you get those silverfish, those little, there was some of those dead in the crate that they were in. I thought, I'm not keeping anything that's been opened that is even close to being over past due. So I just cleaned all that out. Now I can actually see what I've got.
That's so nice.
But it took me 4 hours, guys, 4 hours of prime stitching time on my day off. I spent slogging around in a pantry closet. And I did it. Okay, our garbage here is psycho. So like you have a recycling bin, you've got a garbage bin, you've got a yard waste bin. And technically any food scraps can go in your yard waste bin. So I opened up I had so many expired canned goods. And so I opened them all up and drained them and put them in a bag to put in the yard waste. Then I had to have bags of recycle for all the cans and any glassware. I mean, it was just like, it would have been easier just to throw it all in a garbage bag and haul it out. But I did it the right way. I was law abiding.
Good for you.
Rice too. I had, and I think what happened also during that pandemic and during that first year, whenever anybody went out for me and went shopping, they would just pick things up when they saw it. Oh, mom probably wants some more rice. So it wasn't all stuff that I had bought, it's stuff that people bought when we knew that there were shortages, because you couldn't find rice here. Yeah. I don't know if you could, but
yeah, I always feel like I found rice.
The shelves were wiped of rice. So anyway, I feel good now. I feel very organized. I feel like I have a handle on what we have and what we need. And
still have your 50-pound bag of beans. Mm-hmm. Are you going to eat those?
Probably not.
Well, I'll just take them because we'll eat.
They're a security blanket for me.
How do you give them to me? And then if you ever need them, we probably won't have eaten through your 50-pound bag of beans.
What was that?
Why don't you give them to me? And if you ever need them, you can let me know, because we probably won't have eaten through your 55-pound bag of beans.
First of all, it's not 55 pounds.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm pretty sure.
It's a big bag of beans.
It is, but beans, I mean, how bad are they going to go?
But are you going to use them is the question.
Well, according to Biden last night, we're going to have all kinds of food shortages, I guess. I didn't hear that speech.
I guess you better hold on to it for a little while longer. Just don't dump that in the yard waste because those are beans.
I'll split them up. I'll give you some.
I just don't want you to dump them in your yard waste someday because you're like, oh well, I've had these for 15 years. I'm never gonna.
Well, you're not going to want them in 50 years. I won't be alive in 50 years.
Well, I did say 15 because I recognize that you probably won't be alive in 50 years.
15 years?
Might be alive in 50 years. You're not. You have a lot of stitching left to do before you can.
I know. You're not allowed to die until you get that stitching done. Yeah. Yeah, I do have a lot of beans.
You have anything you're reading that you like right now? Are you still reading Maisie Dobbs?
I am a little bit every night, just get a little further in, figuring out who there's kind of a bad guy. Well, I don't know if he's a bad guy or not, being portrayed as a bad guy. But no, I haven't really read anything else, just that.
Yeah.
Just that.
I've just been reading Dune still, but I'm really close. I'll finish it this week for sure. I only have like 20 pages left. And then now my dilemma is, should I pick up the second one and start reading that? I think we have it, but I don't know if I really.
How much you really loved it.
I mean, I'm enjoying it, but do I want to commit to another whole book of it right now?
Yeah.
I might. But I'm at the point where probably when they make the second movie, I'll have been caught up because the first movie only goes through like half of the book.
I know. I was kind of having a hankering for reading something by Maeve Binchy, because a friend of mine on Facebook had put out, she reads a lot of nonfiction. And she said, I just feel a need for something fictional, but nothing, no rom-com, no, she didn't want anything that, just something, I just call it gentle. And so people were throwing out ideas and I just said anything by Maeve Binchy. It's just a total relational, no big scandal. I mean, there's like maybe a scandal, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like no murders, no drama, it's just one of those stories that just plod along and they're kind of a comfort read. And I kind of thought, I kind of feel like reading something by her again.
Well, and that's part of why I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the next book. If I'm going to pick up the second one, or if I'm going to go back to just reading the Light a Penny Candle by Maeve Binchy that I had just started.
Yeah.
I kind of started them around the same time, I think. And then I just really committed to Dune and took off with that. But should I go?
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet. I'll let you know next week what I decided.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just pull another thing off the shelf. I have this book that I've been wanting to read for a while. It's called something like My Brilliant Best Friend. It's by Elena Ferranti. And now I picked it up at like a library sale and thought, oh, this looks like it could be interesting. And I don't know if it's a series. I can't remember. I have a few books by her. And now I see her name everywhere.
Oh, is she who I think she is?
So
is it like an Italian-American family?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I think I had those. Yes. It's a series.
Have you read them?
No, I didn't. I owned a couple of them way back when I was doing paperbackswap.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how I had heard about them.
I've been thinking about reading that one. It's just sitting there kind of enticing me all the time. I don't know why. But I might grab that, but I do kind of.
You know what I think put me off about that book? I think why I didn't read it, if my memory serves me, is that when you open it up, the first page has like 2 pages of characters and who they are and who they're related to. And I think when I saw that, I'm like, I don't have the headspace for a book like this. And I never picked it up again. So I think that was that book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't even looked at it that closely.
It's like a big Italian,
Yeah, that makes sense. It does look like it's going to be that.
They're growing up in it's two friends growing up in post-war Naples. Yeah, it looks good. I think at the time couldn't
commit to that.
Couldn't commit to that. It was probably back when I was reading a lot more before I started cross stitching again. Before I was knitting, and I think I was reading a lot, and I was reading usually multiple books at a time, which I don't anymore. And so I thought, no, I've got too many books going. This is going to be too complicated. And then I never picked it up again. I think I gave it away even. I think I did a big book purge at one point because I had so many books.
Well, if I read it and it's really great, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
kind of forgot about it, but when you mentioned that name, I thought, that sounds familiar to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's 4 of them in the series.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
And I
That'd be
see her
good,
pop
huh?
up now in random places, and I'm like, oh, like I think my library maybe featured her or something.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
story of a new name, those who leave and those who stay, and the story of the lost child are all, and then my brilliant friend. Oh, now I'm kind of intrigued by them.
Do you remember who sent this?
Yes,
I'm totally blanking.
it was our friend down in California,
Sandy?
Sandy, I think.
Sandy Louise. I have all my spring at Hakon Hollow flosses in there. So that just looks so
Oh, that's a good idea. I should do that with my flosses for my.
I know. I will.
my
Organize,
hot runs.
I will organize these. I know I don't always organize my floss very well, but I do for my hop runs because there's so many. Although this one didn't have as much as my shores one does.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, well, I have to go to the bathroom.
I know.
I feel like that's always the reason we need to end real quick. I'm like,
And
well,
it's almost 6 o'clock. I gotta make dinner.
and I usually drink about 2 of these during the afternoon while we're recording. So
Gotta go. Gotta go. Well, hopefully you'll have everybody has a good week.
yeah,
And send us a featured friend if you want us to show a piece that
Yeah.
you've worked on or finished.
yeah,
And yeah, happy stitching.
yeah.
Happy spring. Happy April, because it'll be April when we record again.
Oh my goodness. And I will link to the Doreen Jones stuff as well as I can down below. And leave the comment, leave the word cat if you want to enter the giveaway for that sweet kitty. And